To our very first episode of JAFM Audio, where we're going to be talking New York baseball, Mets, Yankees, but we're not only going to be talking baseball, we're going to be talking other sports. I'm James.
I'm Frankie.
And we're going to get into the first episode. I'm very excited about this episode. What about you?
I'm excited too.
Yes, you should be excited about the Yankee season, man. You guys got Juan Soto. You're the Yankee fan. I'm the Met fan.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not so excited. I'm excited for baseball season, but I'm not really excited for the season. We didn't get any big pickups, but the Yankees did.
Oh, yes.
Are you excited about Soto?
I'm very excited, and I agree. I wouldn't be too excited if I were you either. The Mets really didn't do anything this offseason.
So the Yankees had an on-base percentage problem, and they went off and got the one of the best on-base guys in the league, Juan Soto. They also picked up Verdugo from the Red Sox, who he doesn't strike out. He's really good. And it looks like their lineup is going to be pretty decent. Problem is, though, is their starting pitching. Does their starting pitching impress you?
I think they have a lot of potential, the starting pitchers. Hopefully, Garrett Cole comes back Cy Young Award winner material again. Hopefully, he has another incredible season. I'm looking forward to seeing him return.
Okay.
Nestor Cortez is coming back off of injury. Hopefully, he also can perform how he used to. Hopefully this injury doesn't really, halt his career.
Okay.
We have Rodon, who I know struggled a lot last season, but I've been reading a lot of posts, hearing a lot of interviews. They're saying Rodon, he's looking like his old self.
Okay.
They're projecting him to have a really good season this year.
Okay. Speaking of projections, PECOTA dropped their projections. You know what PECOTA is?
Yes.
Yes. Well, they dropped their projections.
What are they saying later on?
So they are saying that the Yankees are going to win the division with 94 wins, 94.2 to be exact. I don't know how the .2 works, but 94 wins to be exact. What do you think?
I think that's a pretty good projection. I mean, I would have them at maybe 98, close to 100 wins. I want to see. I'm not going to say it's impossible.
Well, you think they're accurate?
I think they're pretty close.
They are pretty close.
That is accurate.
So let's go to last year's PECOTA projections. Last year, PECOTA had the Yankees at 98 wins and 64 losses. The Yankees, as you already know, finished off with 62 wins. That's a 16-game swing. So they weren't too accurate there. They also had the Orioles, the division winning Orioles, 101 wins. They had them at 74 wins. That's a 17-game swing, right? So 84, 94, 101.
So
yes.
What are you trying to say here then?
I'm just saying, are they accurate? Are they not accurate? Last year for the AL East, they weren't so accurate. They had the Blue Jays at 90. Blue Jays ended up winning 87. They had Tampa Bay at 86. They were 13 games off to 99. And they were pretty accurate with Boston. 80 and 82 were their projections. Boston finished up at 78 and 84. But you're saying that your Yankees, with the addition of Stroman.
Yes, I'm very excited for Stroman.
Mr. Carlos Rodon having a comeback year. Nestor Cortez getting off the IL. You think the Yankees are going to be at 90-something wins?
I do. I think they have a lot to prove this year. A lot of these pitchers have a lot to prove. Rodon has to prove himself this season. Stroman, I think he's looking to have a big season. I think he's ready. I think he's going to shine in Yankee Stadium.
He struggled last year, second half of the season with the Cubs.
Again, he struggled second half. I think he's coming into Yankee Stadium focused. They hashed the beef. Okay. I think he's ready.
Him and Cashman had some beef. That's right. I forgot about that.
They had beef, but I really think, he's focused. I think he's going to perform.
Okay.
Cortez coming off the injury, another guy who needs to prove himself again. I think he's going to perform. I think we have a lot of hungry guys. I think they're going to show out this year.
Okay, well, we shall see. That's what's spring training's a week away. Not spring training. Spring training already begun. Actual games are a week away.
Yes.
I'm excited about that. We just got finished with the Super Bowl. It was a good Super Bowl. Mahomes did his thing as usual. NBA All-Star game is tonight.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So we're going to be watching that in another hour or so. But spring training games are on their way next week. We have some guys that are still not signed. Right? We got Jordan Montgomery. We have who else not signed? Snell's not signed.
Snell. Bellinger.
Bellinger is the big one in my opinion. Bellinger, the guy hit over 300 last year. I think he had something like 30 home runs.
I'm just shocked he's not signed yet. Well, what do you think is holding?
I don't know what it is. He's a Boris client. Are they asking for too much? Are they expecting a lot more than what teams want to offer? I don't know. All right, but here's the question: Yankees may still be interested in Snell. Originally, I believe it was 9 years that Snell camp wanted. I wouldn't do Snell for 9 years. Would you do Snell for 9 years? Okay.
30, what is he, 31?
31 years
31
old.
years old?
Yes.
9 years?
9 years.
There's a reason why no other teams have signed him yet either.
9 years
No
is a
one
lot.
wants to give him, commit to 9 years.
9 years
So
is a
I don't blame the Yankees for not giving him 9 years. I think we're going to wait him out. He's going to have to come down.
Okay.
You know?
I agree.
If we can get him, though, watch out.
He's a good pitcher, but I wouldn't give him 9 years. He'd be pitching in, 30, 31? Blake Snell.
30, 31.
I mean, am I lying? Blake
You're
Snell
not
coming
lying.
out with opening day, 30, 31 season. Okay, but Cody Bellinger's the big surprise. 307 last year, 26 home runs. Good first baseman, still not signed. Yankees would like him, but what are you going to do with Rizzo? You can't do anything with Rizzo at this point, so he's not going to be on the Yankee roster, unfortunately.
What do you think about the Mets? You have Alonso. You're not going to get rid of Alonso. For
No,
Bellinger.
Alonso's not going anywhere, at least not right now.
Unless you DH Alonso for Bellinger.
I don't think he wants to be a DH. I believe when he was asked at one point, he stated, "I'm a first baseman." So maybe that's the holdup with contract negotiations. Maybe the Mets don't see him as a first baseman in the future.
Maybe if the Mets want to win more games, maybe he has to be for the team.
Well, back to the Mets. While we're on the Met topic, big promotional dates. 4 firework nights this year. 4.
They're gonna need him.
Have you ever been to a firework night?
I have not.
Okay, firework nights are pretty impressive at Citi Field. They're really fun. What I like to do is I've gone to a couple. What you do is right after the game, you go to the parking lot and you watch the fireworks from the parking lot. That's the trick. And then once the fireworks end, you jump in your car and you beat all the traffic. Not bad, right?
Beautiful.
The Mets are also going to be retiring Dwight Gooden's number and Darryl Strawberry's number or jersey. The retire ceremony is April 14th for Gooden, June 1st for Darryl Strawberry. So that's going to be exciting.
That's gonna be like the Mets highlights for the year.
Well, we shall see. I think the Mets are going to be a little better than what people think. I honestly believe if they can hover around 500 a few weeks before the trade deadline, I think Steve Cohen goes out and gets some pieces.
I'm not too sure about that. I didn't see them add anybody. Anyone
No, but we did add the best closer in the game, Edwin Diaz. He's back.
coming off injury.
It's okay. He'll be
we don't
fine.
know if he's gonna be the best closer anymore.
We'll see. We shall see. We got Starlin Marte. He's on the walk year of his contract. I think he can play up to his potential. He can steal some bases, cause havoc on the base paths. If you can go Nimmo, Marte maybe in the 2-hole, Lindor in the 3-hole, Alonso in the 4-hole, maybe McNeil in the 5, Alvarez in the 6. As long as Hader's batting ninth, what's his name? Harrison Bader? Hader.
Yeah.
Harrison Bader's batting ninth. I'm okay with that. Or 8th. Maybe 8th or 9th.
Ex-Yankee.
Ex-Yankee, yeah. So we also have another ex-Yankee who has an opportunity now to change the course of his career. Luis Severino.
Ooh.
2 years off of, I believe, a 17-win season. Where do you see this one going, Severino?
Hard to say, considering he didn't have the greatest season last year. It could be a fresh start for him for the Mets. Or it could be he's washed and the Mets just wanted to pick somebody up from the Yankees because why not?
Yeah, why not? So the Mets have 2 ex-Yankees on the roster, right? That could very well play an important part in their season, right? But I think the Mets are going to be a little better than what people expect them to be. I think they're going to compete, and we got to see what the young guys can do. If you don't get to give the young guys an opportunity to play every day, you're never going to know what they're capable of.
That's true. What's really tough is Mauricio went down over the off season.
Yes.
That was harsh.
Yes, you know what? I watched him play last year. I went to one of the games when he came up. He was excited. He was fast on his feet. It's just one of those things. It happens. Unfortunately, it happened to one of our prospects that has the potential to be well.
What is that with the Mets? Why does it seem like you guys always have like the worst luck every year?
Last year when Diaz was on the mound at the World Baseball Classic? I was watching the game, and when they won that particular game he was in, they started celebrating, and I remember watching the game, and I said, please do not get hurt. And then all of a sudden you hear the announcer, someone's down on the field, and right away I knew it was Diaz. I'm going to be honest with you, because it's the Mets, right? But we're going to change that. We're not going to. The Mets are heading into the right direction here. We have a new president of operations, right? We have an owner that's willing to spend on the right pieces.
Yeah.
And I believe he's doing the right thing. He's bringing the team into the right direction. Bring up kids and see what happens.
You know, you can have all that, but sometimes they're the Mets. At the end of the day, it's something always goes wrong.
Well,
you know,
we'll see. Let me ask you a question.
The Mets way.
Talking about injuries, are you confident in the starting staff with the Yankees?
I think I am. I think they all have an opportunity to prove themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, injuries are a part of the game. Hopefully, Judge stays healthy as well. Hopefully, our pitchers stay healthy. If everyone stays healthy, I don't see why we can't win 100 games or close to 100 games this year.
And what about Baltimore? They were 101 wins last year. They're projected this year to, I believe, win 85 games. That's what PECOTA has them predicted to win, 85 games.
Hey, less than the Yankees, am I right? Less than the Yankees. Now, speaking of bullpen, I look at the Mets bullpen, and I'm a bit scared for you guys. They are looking shaky. Their starting rotation.
We have one of the best closers in the game. He's back once again from injury. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Thankfully, it wasn't an arm injury.
You can't close a game if you're down 7-0.
That's correct. I think what the Mets are looking at is good pitching and defense. That's how they're planning to win games. Defense up the middle, good pitching in the later innings of the games.
So
that's what they're looking for.
You're not really concerned with your starters.
I'm concerned with the whole team, to be honest with you. So, changes to the Saturday game times. Check this out, because we've gone to a few games throughout the years, right? Between June 1st and September 21st, Saturday games will start at 4:10 p.m. So, there's not going to be any more 1:40 start times between June 1st and September 21st. It's going to be all Saturday day games at home are starting at 4:10. I like that. Sun's starting to set. You know, you have the rest. You half your Saturday morning. You deal with what you got to deal with, and then the Saturday afternoon, you just focus on the Mets. You know, game should end about 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock, and then you have the rest of the night. Maybe hit a couple of bars around town. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, it looks like we covered everything. Anything you want to add about the Yankees?
I'm very excited to see the Yankees. We got Juan Soto coming to New York.
Yes.
He's a Yankee, officially in the pinstripes.
Yes.
Starting in the outfield.
You guys had an on-base percentage issue last year, and now you got two guys who get on base.
I think he's going to have a phenomenal season. Hopefully, he decides to stay with us after this season. We're not 100% sure, but as long as he performs this season, the fans are going to love him. The Hispanic community is going to love him here. He's going to get a warm welcome. I think he's going to perform. I think this is going to be a career year for Juan Soto.
I agree. If a career year, I mean, every year he has a career year. Question: what do you think about other teams around the league? Dodgers went crazy this year.
The Dodgers, obviously, they're the favorites to win the World Series with the additions of Ohtani and Yamamoto, your boy.
Ohtani's not going to be able to pitch though. They're dependent on a guy who hasn't pitched in the major leagues.
He can still hit.
And they gave him a lot of money. Ohtani's going to hit. Ohtani's going to hit. He's in a DH.
I saw a video of him taking batting practice, and he hit about 20 bombs.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's a beast.
20 bombs.
So now PECOTA has the Dodgers to win 101 games this year. They won 100 games last year. So they spent $1.2 billion in the offseason on future salaries for an extra win this year. What's your take on that?
I mean, if they got it, then spend it. I mean, go ahead. It's, is it worth it just for one game? I mean, it could be that, they spent all that money. Ohtani's not pitching. Is that why they're only projected one extra win? I'm not sure. But that's a lot of money.
Their pitching staff is a lot of pitchers on the IL right now. The season hasn't even started yet. 60-day IL. So their pitching staff is not going to be at 100%. But I think they do have enough offense to carry them until the time comes.
Oh, yeah.
I see them being the favorites in the National League as well.
Betts, Freeman, Ohtani. They are stacked.
How do you pitch to Freeman, Ohtani, Betts? Like, who do you pitch to? Like, who do you pitch to?
I don't know.
It's like, okay, you got Betts in the on-deck circle. After him is Ohtani, and there was Freeman lurking. Who do you pitch to?
They're gonna be a tough team to beat. Obviously, they're the favorites, but you know, a lot of the times these super teams don't work out. I mean, we'll see.
No, you gotta play the game.
I saw Yamamoto. I saw videos of him in practice.
Nasty
stuff.
Yep.
Nasty.
Yep.
Like he might be the real deal.
Yep.
We'll see.
Yep. Too bad Steve Cohen didn't offer him an extra $10 million.
He should have bought him more lunch. Maybe that was the problem.
You know, he flew out. They flew to Japan to go meet with him. So who knows what? Did he take him to lunch, dinner? Did he take him to dinner every night he was there? Who knows how much he spent on the guy?
He was just, getting free food. Who's going to say no to free food?
I don't think he was coming to New York regardless. I think he was already set on it. I think the plan was emotional. Ohtani, Yamamoto.
Yeah.
All right? But, it still remains to be seen. How is he going to pitch in the major leagues? All right? So that's probably going to do it for the first episode of JAFM Audio. Mm-hmm. Like, subscribe, and what do you think? Should they comment?
Yeah, definitely comment down who will have the better season this year, Mets or the Yankees. Let us know. How do you think they'll do?
I want predictions.
Let us know. Yeah, predict their record. I like that too.
Yeah,
predict their record, and drop a comment there that what do you think we need?
Yep.
How do you think they'll finish?
Yep.
And we appreciate you guys watching the video.
Thank you, guys.